Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. The uniform dance.
All right.
A kiss to start.
Good morning.
Happy Monday to you. Today I want to remind you to have courage. Oh, Peter designed these shirts a while back and ordered samples, and we've had them sitting around, and tonight I was like, this is what I need to wear. So he just got back from being out studying, and I had the shirt on, and he's like, oh, and I was like, can we go ahead and launch these? So if you guys are interested in having a Have Courage shirt, they are up on the store now.
Do you want to tell the story behind the
Yes.
Have Courage?
Yes, totally. So
I'm trying to think of, I mean, it was probably 7 years ago-ish.
probably, yeah, about 7 years ago, right before kind of a planned admission. Like maybe I had a week or two, like I need to go in to the hospital, but they needed to get a room ready and we had to get everything in order and it was going to take a week, or I don't know, whatever. We had some time ahead of time.
Yeah, and I think it was just like a season where Mary was feeling just overwhelmed by the thought of going into the hospital, and so this was way back before vlogging, back before we ran a merch business and all of that.
Yeah.
And I went on one of these websites and designed a shirt, and all it had on it was a font very similar to this.
Yeah.
It just said on the shirt, Have Courage.
Have courage.
And I ordered it for her, and so she wore it that hospital stay.
Oh, we could put a picture in.
And
right there.
So we're always thinking about, you know, what do we want? We hope that our shirts and our apparel can be things that can inspire and encourage you guys in whatever your journey of life is. And as we were thinking about, you know, what could we do next? I was like, have courage. I feel like that's
just
a good.
It's perfect timing.
Yeah.
There's just a lot. There's a lot in life.
Yeah.
And we need to have courage. And that's funny because tonight on Instagram I posted a picture of that sticker I got from the dollar store.
Oh yeah.
That
like
said,
inhale.
Inhale courage.
Exhale.
Inhale courage, exhale fear.
Yeah.
And then that's so weird. And then later tonight I got this courage shirt out. Anyway, have courage, you guys. Also, he also designed all the things. Because we say that a lot. You know, we're talking about whatever we're doing, da-da-da, we have to get this and that.
All the things.
So, he said he will also make this navy as well. Can we make these sweatshirts?
Yes, there will be gray sweatshirts and gray tank tops of these, and a navy tank top and sweatshirt of this.
When you say tank top, do you mean tank top or v-neck?
Tank top.
Tank top and v-neck.
And v-neck. All the things.
So, okay, that was, I didn't know we were starting with that, but you can't not address the fact that we match.
Yeah.
So.
But we're going to do a little Q&A. Mary got some video. Was this from the last time you asked for?
So many of you guys sent in video questions, so I saved them all, and we're going to just work through a couple of those. So
here's to the Q&A.
Hi, Mary, Peter, and Ollie. It's Brianna and Barry. And my question is, what do you guys like to do for fun as a family?
We are hoping to go tomorrow to do what we love to do most as a family.
Go to the BEACH. I don't know if, I mean, we like to do a lot of things as a family. That's one of the things we love.
But like my most joyful moment as a family is when he's down the sandy area of that place. I don't want to say the word because he'll get excited. But, and like the sun is shining just right, although it's probably going to be rainy tomorrow, but that's okay. And he is just running at full speed toward us. And we're like, hey buddy, like that is...
It's, you know, it brings him joy, so it brings us joy. Yeah. And yeah, we love that place.
And that's one of the nice things about living in this area. that place is not very far away. So.
Hey Mary, my name is Brooke and I'm from East Tennessee, and my question to you is, how do you stay motivated? I have had this struggle and I just can't find anything to keep me motivated, and I really need some advice.
Oh, let's get motivated. I think my motivation is often people.
That's deep. Relationships.
Well, I just remember being like 15 years old, sitting at the doctor's office and having this like epiphany moment where I'm like, if I want to grow up and get married and do all the things I want to do, I need to take care of myself. So that was where that spark of motivation came from. I mean, thankfully I was raised in a family that valued taking care of my body. Like, my parents raised my sister and I to do our therapy and all of that. So that was like the initial motivation. But then kind of in my own mind, it started setting in when I was a teenager, and it's just kind of grown.
And I think you had this kind of mindset shift in college where it was you realizing, you know what, CF is this responsibility in some ways that I've been given to faithfully steward this thing that's a hard thing, but one of the things we've seen is that a lot of good has come out of the hard.
Right.
And I think that provides a lot of motivation as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think realizing, okay, really at the bottom line, why am I doing this? and cling to that and keep pressing on. But also, so that's kind of like the deeper thing, but also more on the surface. Give yourself things that make what you gotta do, whatever it is for you, like with your chronic illness, make it more enjoyable or less terrible. So if that's watching a certain show when you do your vest, or if you take your medicines consistently every day and you don't miss it, at the end of the week, go to the dollar store and get some candy or whatever, you know, like, find something fun about it. Like, as humans, we need like rewards. When we go to work, we work for money. Like, that's the reward. That's why you go to work. But you gotta kind of give yourself some fun motivation as well.
Hi Frey family, I just wanted to know from Mary if you use your feeding tube every day or just as needed.
I've had my feeding tube for about 2 years.
Yeah, I think this month marks 2 years.
And it has been a very helpful, very integral, I never know how to say that word.
Integral.
To keep integrity. But
yeah.
It's been a huge part of helping as my body gets older and weaker, helping it be as strong as it can.
Yeah.
So the initial maybe year of having it, I was using the feeds of pretty much 24/7. And once I kind of reached a goal weight, I was able to lessen the feeds, and now I use it almost daily for medication, liquid medication that I put through my J-tube, and then I use it for feeds when needed. So the last, not this IV course I just finished, but the course before, I was extremely sick. Like, I wasn't able to eat much, and so it was so helpful to just know that we could plug me in and get my body the nutrients it needed. And
yeah, it's super I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but like, it puts us at ease knowing that we have that tool and, you know, using it when her body needs it. And I didn't know when she got it 2 years ago that it would be kind of that peace of mind blessing that it is.
Right. I totally agree. I also didn't really know what it was like to have a feeding tube. I didn't know at all. And so I know it's different for each person, especially like depending on the condition that they have. Like, so the reason they use their feeding tube, for me, it's to maintain my weight and nutrients. So if I'm not able to eat enough to maintain my weight, then I use the supplemental feeds. And I think what you said, like knowing that I could say catch the flu, or my weight could drop drastically for an unknown reason next week. And even though I'm eating great this week, it could be different next week. Or if my lungs get like extremely sick, my body all of a sudden needs a huge amount of calories that I'm not able to take in during the day. Yeah. So there's a ton of reasons that I'm very thankful to have it. Yeah. Peace of mind is top.
Yeah. And when we first got it, it was kind of like the philosophy behind it was it's not fair to ask Mary's body to fight all the infection and everything it goes through without the calories it needs. And so
we stand by that.
Hey, my name's Gabe. And what's your favorite thing about having CF? It's a weird question, I know, but...
Favorite part of having CF, it's kind of a hard one, but on the other hand, I was kind of just talking about this with somebody. For me, I mean, there's a lot of side benefits to having CF, like the people you meet or that sort of thing, but I think the perspective that it gives us, it forces us to view life a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And I think often you come across friends or family who have a sudden scary health diagnosis, and all of a sudden the whole family experiences this shift in perspective and priorities. And so having that, kind of growing up with a diagnosis and having cystic fibrosis as a part of, our everyday life, it has forced us in a good way to really take life moment by moment.
Yeah.
And make the most of every day.
And not major on the minors of life. Like, it just kind of gives that perspective of, like, as I think about Mary's approach to life, I just think of somebody who just doesn't want to waste her time on things that don't matter. And I think CF definitely does provide that perspective.
And it's not to say that we never worry about the little things, or that we never have, trivial worries and that sort of thing. Of course we do. But when those things come up, sometimes it shakes us a little bit to say, does this really matter?
Yeah. It just kind of gives you an extra weight in the value system.
Well said. And so with tons of weighty stuff going on and, kind of a rough last month.
Yeah.
We are extra trying to have courage and trying to keep that perspective, embrace the little victories, and make the most of it.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts?
Have courage, guys.
And as always, we will see you tomorrow. Good night.
And good night to the Ollie boy.